there, I'm Steve Foxon from Randomize and welcome to the fourth tutorial for Reflection 1.6. In this one I am going to concentrate on the Sequencer and Arp section. So I've loaded up just a single sound, just so you'll be able to hear the differences. One of the first things with regards to using the ARP or the step sequencer, really do need to have that velocity fader up at least 50% for it to be the most effective. So I'll just do that there. Okay, so we'll start off looking at this mode section, mode and type in fact. So this is for turning it on, turning it off, and also selecting hold or hold plus minus mode, which I'll show you in a moment. And ARP is a standard ARP, so when you play, it plays the notes in an arpeggiated sequence. Whereas step is a step sequencer, so it will only play, so it will play like a chord mode and a constant sound. I'll go into that in a minute. We'll look at the ARP first. So the different modes of the ARP. Normal mode, when I take my fingers off the keyboard, the sound stops. If I have hold, I can be very lazy whilst looking for the next chord. I can remove my hands and it will carry on playing. And then hold plus, similar to hold, but you can add notes in as you go along. So any note you add is added to the sound, and then if you press them again, any note, you can take them away till I've removed them all. The MIDI Through. What does MIDI Through do? Well, when you're playing an ARP and then you play some other notes, it sort of adds them into the ARP temporarily and shortly, but they're very short. If you select MIDI Through, it will let the whole note through. And so forth. Sorry about my playing there, not very musical, I know. So we just click over to the step sequencer, and this is at the moment rather boring, but that is where the pattern here comes in. This is where we really need to set a pattern going here for the step sequencer. You can have up to 32 steps, and you can change the number of steps here, or you can click again, like on the filter section, on these quick 4, 8, 16 and 32 just there, and we can fill all and we can clear all. Now in its standard mode, let's just do this. It is the volume, the velocity is relevant to, is related to how hard you play. So if I play soft, you still get a change in the velocity, but at a lower level. And if I play hard, it's more pronounced, as you can see. But if I switch on the fixed velocity, it will always play at the velocity that it's showing in the table, no matter how high it. And of course this also works for the ARP as well. Just adds a bit more feeling to your arpeggiator. That's that section. The timing here, the usual sort of controls that you have for the timing. So the rate, the synced rate. then the duration is how long the note will be, so it shortens or lengthens the note. And then the swing just introduces a bit of swing. It's less regimented. The note order, just to go through a few of these, you can either click on that again and select from the list, or you can use the next and forward arrow, next and backward arrows, and it does make quite a difference on how it all plays. So you've got your standard up, down, and your up and then down. Down and up, zigzag up. You've then got zigzag up and down. Octave, which determines whether it plays the pattern again at a different octave. So if you go for -1, it will play it again at a lower octave. 2, it will play 2 more octaves. And the same the other way. And note rep is how many times it plays each note on each pattern. That can come up with some nice tunes there. When you switch over to step, you can't change the note order, obviously, because it's a step sequencer, but all the other controls still work, so the octave still works there. And the note repetition works. There we go. And so then that brings us nicely on to the randomize section just here. As you can see here, you can select whether to randomize each item by ticking or unticking next to it, and you can also set the minimum and maximum. So we'll start at the moment just with the pattern so that I can just quickly show you what it does. Basically just hit the randomize button, and as you can see the pattern gets randomized. Now you see there that we've got an empty pattern appeared, which can be quite nice, but it may be that you don't want that. So what we can do is we can set the minimum to say 15, and it means that nothing there will be less than 15%. Doesn't matter how many times I do it, I never get an empty. And it might be that you want to keep the upper limit as well. And then just put those back to how they were. We can then introduce randomizing the number of steps. Maybe we will add in the duration as well. let's add in the note order. And the octave, we'll keep that at, I don't want to go above, so I'm going to set that to 0. And -2, I think we'll go with there. Well, that says -3, so change it to -2. And maybe add the note repetition in as well now. Increase that to 3. And let's throw the rate in there as well. But maybe I don't want to do the steps, so I want to keep the steps at 8 all the time. See, you get some strange things going on when you click randomize. Very nice. Let's keep that rate. And I don't want to do the octave now. Keep that the same. Or the note rep. Keep that on 2. Now we've also got these quick select buttons here. If I want to randomize everything, I can just click on all. Everything will be randomized. If I want to clear everything, I can just click clear. Or if I click rhythm, it will just randomize the fixed velocity, the table, and the number of steps. So if we go for everything, so say we hit on something, we go, yeah, I really like that. We can click on the Save All button just here, and let's call this Test 3. And then if I randomise to get something completely different, I can then click on Load All. I can go to Test 3, load that up, and we're back to how it was before. Now it may be that you're not particularly fussed about all these other settings and you just want to save the table, perhaps, in which case you can just go Save Rhythms. So very useful, because I can now go to a completely different instrument where there's no arp set at all, and I can go to Load All, and I can go to Test 3, and everything that I had there is set up in this one again, so it allows you to transfer them between patches. So very useful indeed. And that, I believe, covers the sequencer and ARP, and covers pretty much the whole of Reflection 1.6 now in these 4 tutorials. So thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. I am going to do more, which will be quite a short one, but that about using your own samples in Reflection, dragging your own samples in, so going into the depths of Contact. So thanks very much, and goodbye.